Oh, on now. Excuse me. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Walin Christian. I first want to make a quick statement. I had the honor of being at the Salary Commission hearing on April 23rd. I was the only in-person there. I got to talk to the commission members. Thank you, Malia. They explained to me a little bit better about what their job is and what their role is. I had a little bit of a better understanding of where they're coming at with this. So I did share that with some of my colleagues that we all talked together. With that said, I'm coming from a citizen aspect. So I was given the proposed salary increases for 24-25. And when I added up, minus the last two of the schedule of salaries for the deputies of the Corporation Council and the prosecuting attorney, that would be an annual pay of nearly $4 million for the rest of the positions that are on there. That includes you folks, mayor, the police chief, fire chief, so on. So that's $4 million that I understand everyone needs to make a living and they need to pay their bills. But our city right now, we're a little more than $2.8 million in debt, and correct me if I'm off on the numbers. I think this is where you're gonna have the issues with the public, because right now as of January 2024, minimum wage is $14 an hour. It'll take 2 years to get a $2 raise to 16, and then an additional 2 years to get another. So $18 by 2028. All of you are aware that we cannot survive on $18 a year. And I'm not saying everybody makes that, but majority of the people here in Honolulu, they are working 2 to 3 jobs. You folks have heard me say that before. I wanted to read something really quickly. I understand what the Salary Commission has gone through, a little better at least. I will say the public still will not understand your position because of the financial burdens that they are experiencing, as well as myself. I did hear Mrs. Espinda, Malia. I heard her say, and I asked this question in the meeting. She said that that the pays are based off of performed duty. But when I was in that hearing, I asked that. And they said that the salaries were based on the position, not what the person was completing or not completing in their position. So I had asked, how can we get that changed? Because if you have one person, I'll use me as an example. If I was sitting in Andrea's chair and I wasn't doing anything for the people I represent, why should I get that pay raise? Just because the charter says so? No, that should be given back to the people so they can make that decision. So with that said, it says here, what makes you a public servant? A public servant, is an individual who is elected to office and or employed by the government, whether at a local, state, or federal level. At its core, the term public servant denotes an individual whose primary motivation and role are to serve the interests, needs, and well-being of the public. If we keep taking money, let me rephrase that. If we keep giving or allocating money to only certain individuals in the city and the rest of everybody is suffering, we have to find a resolution to that, whether it's to come into the middle to meet or to break everything down and rebuild, because the people are still suffering. All of you are aware who have social media. You see it going out already about this meeting, and it's gonna go even crazier at the end of the day. They're gonna wonder why all of you folks got 64% raise, with the exception of those that denied it, and then now you're gonna get another 3.59% raise. So I hope you folks see the dilemma of the people and the frustration. I know Salary Commission did not like the way you folks were being judged and maybe even attacked if you felt that way, but put yourself in their position. You folks don't make the $18 an hour. You folks are making 6 figures. I wish I could make close to 6 figures. A lot of people wish they could do that. Cost of living in Hawaii is super high, and they are struggling. What I'm stating here today is look at the numbers. You folks don't need to take this recommendation. You just got 64 last year. Bypass this 3.59 to show the people that you are hearing them so that you guys can work on what you folks can do on a county level to fix our deficit. There is also the state level that has to be dealt with. I yield. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Members, do you have any questions for the testifier? Seeing none, thank you again. I do